I'm getting, oh, the folly, oh, the folly. What's going on with that? Okay. So we've got, oh, the folly, oh, the folly. There is a gift of writing and it scribes. This says biblical. I'm getting biblical in proportion, not necessarily that you were writing books of the Bible, that I'm not ruling out that, but it could be that you were. Now this one's showing this hammer, and this is how they're writing. If you think of early forms of writing, like of cuneiform, of those little marks that you might see like on pyramids or some of the Phoenician times, it could be that far back. This is something you were good at, you were gifted at. I think you were here as a man. Oh, the folly of it. It's just cracking me up, because you can see that you want to do more or do differently, but this is what you have. This is your ability. This is your gift. So you get to deal with it. The Seven of Bows. This is something that comes easily and quick to you. It's like, you would be the typewriter of the time. What the heck? It'd be like, somebody else could take forever to do the same thing. You were efficient and quick. You brought in a good amount of income or provision for self because you were quick and concise. You were very clear and detailed with your form of writing. If you were doing calligraphy, it would be something that come naturally. If you were doing cuneiform and hammering, you would have it out in no time. You were the typewriter of the time. Much power going on. You would observe things really, really a lot. What is this about? You leave your imprint. You definitely. Funny image. Funny image. We'll just keep it at that. But yeah, you came in the mail form in this one. You left your mark wherever you went. It's like you were traveling scribe, not necessarily just scribe or writer. You weren't writer of like Romeo and plays and that kind of thing. I don't think it was books of the Bible, but I think it was you left your impression. You left your mark on different things. You know how in the Pamela Coleman deck, where is it? So you see Pamela Coleman Smith's signature here, and you see it in her cards like you see it down here. All of them, you see it, you see it, you see it. This is what you would have done in whatever art or message. You would have had your own little signature of blah, 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 blah. So people would know. People that knew that language, that written form of the time would be able to tell. I'm not sure why you traveled so much. It's like you did true north, and you might have gone even to different circles of sacred circles where you put energy and you would help write the form. I'm not sure what this is about. I want more information on that. What is this writing the form about? Yeah, you weren't in love with what your job was, but you did it well. You were celebrated much. Again, you come in as a man, and I think that you were probably a good-looking dude because you had lots of the female attention.
I know this past life. This is so cool to get the details.
Good. Yeah, you had a lot of female attention given to you on this one. Judgment. This is like just, you had the call to do this as far as your gift, your talent. Even if it wasn't your favorite thing, you were able to do it. You answered that call. You had your own judgments of like, maybe it didn't feel like totally fulfilling and complete. There was other areas that you might have liked to explore in that life, but you didn't get to. You were the typewriter. You were the traveling scribe. Like the typewriter being portable, being mechanized, you know. It's like you did it like a machine. You did great. They knew they would get consistency out of you. You wouldn't write the A one way and then the A the other way and then the A the other way. No, boom. Everybody knew that was your signature. Everybody knew. It was your gift. You were quick. You were quick with this. you may have left the love behind, even though that you didn't want to. I think you may have. I think you weren't thrilled about that. The Fool comes up. This is like, how do you put it? It's kind of like the clown that makes the joke that, you know, might flirt with the women or make the jokes and crack the jokes, be the funny guy for a while. But not so much wearing your heart on your sleeve, using comedy or making jokes as a defense. You earned your money, you did what you were supposed to do. But deeply, you weren't content with having to be so mobile. What's up with that? These cards are chastising me. Okay, this is you having to be mobile, having to leave, having to do this stuff with the scribe. This is you not liking it all the time. You would record accurately. You would record whatever you needed to historically. Like you wouldn't paint the picture too bright side, sugar side if you didn't need to. But it was important. And the more you did your work, the more people sought you out. And it wasn't just work of doing typewriter. You were also quite good with numbers. So it's like, fuck, your knowledge gave you grief because you were wise, because you were sharp. You were the brightest crayon in the shed. You were the brightest crayon in the box, for sure. And your intelligence helped you stand out, but it also occupied your time because of it. You were asked to be in a leadership role. You were asked to be at ceremonies of life and death of big things, big things. Oh my goodness. Yeah, when there was heartache, when there was grief, it was always there. It's like, if you were to write something honorable, if you were to write something in obituaries back in the day, you would have carved along the staffs of the walkers. What the fuck is that about? You would have carved along the staffs of the walkers. Those that would carry their history. Like you would fashion a staff if somebody's grandpa has died and passed on, you've fashioned the staff and recorded the history of what it is. Even if the person that's next in line to carry the staff as the patriarchal person or leader of that doesn't know how to do the writing or whatever, you knew how to put that on the staff. You would do that as a gift, almost.
Yep, I had a dream about this one. Woke up looking for my man parts.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, this is something that you were very well respected for doing this, because you would have been able to write a family's history, a tribe's history, a group's history on a staff that they could carry, and they would move forward and pass through. It might be even something that would come through again, like a couple generations. It seems like you lived a long time, longer than people would have expected. I think you had a love in here that you had to leave behind. I don't think she was the biggest part of your life at this particular joint. Yeah. Yeah, you had access to the high wisdom and the high knowledge, all the traditional wisdom and knowledge you had. It's like the high priest, the pope card, except for in different format. That's the biblical aspect of it. You weren't short on money. You weren't short on places to stay for lodgings or anything like that. You earned a decent living, but it kept you in such a manner that your love life couldn't be attended to. Your heart's desire, as far as that went, wasn't able to be priority. Prince of Pentacles comes through. This is the mercenary. This is going where the gift takes you, where the money is. It's having the money and carrying it forward. And in your case, it's the talent. It's the talent that you carry forward from place to place to place. You would be at several death ceremonies. You might even record things not just in stone or just carvings and etchings on wood, but as gifts, as actual gifts. Coat of arms type of energy could be here too, that kind of thing. This is a skill you would have in multiple lives. Let's take a little bit of a look here. A little bit of a snoop. The staff, important. The staff of health, of wisdom, all of that. Imprisonment or slavery. This is not so much that you were stuck there, is that you had answers to keys to doors to open. You might have helped somebody get away from something. Somebody would be able to rely on your history, bring forth a staff or a page or anything you had written to prove their point, to get themselves out of an execution on this one.
Yep. Work in almost every lifetime got in the way of love, almost did this one too.
Yeah, this one I'm getting like almost like a Roman times, pre-Anglo here, and this is the second. It feels like this is Roman times, like this skill that you had, the wisdom, the knowledge, the book smarts that you would have, even though there wasn't, I don't know where there was books. Karmic relationship. I missed the plane on this one. You missed the plane on this one. It's like it takes you a while to work through so you guys can line up instead of just be like passing in the night or hi, hello, and quick goodbye. Karmic relationship in here. Karmic relationship also in who you are working for. Helping free things, helping get history written down.
That is correct. Yes, ma'am.
Anything else you need to know? Feels too big. Hang on. These are so big. God, these cards are big. It's balancing, working home, working home, working home, working home. Forever balancing, working home. You're going to balance this out several lifetimes before you get to be a girl. That's what it feels like. Working home, working home, working home. I think you were more on the work aspect so often. I think there was a child that got left behind a little bit, and the relationship was there, but it was like you didn't get to enjoy it.
That's what she said.
Exactly. Justice is on this again. There's wisdom, there's karma. This is a balancing of scales. This is just you doing the full spectrum of your contracts in each of these, in the Romanesque type, and then also in the pre-Anglo. Yeah. You're the typewriter, the scribe, the staff carver, the gifter of the words, the language, and the records and history in a transferable way. In other lives, it might come through as somebody that would be able to paint or do art, that kind of thing. Here, it's the written format. This is what you could see from a distance, what you could write about and describe, but this is a yearning for this that you didn't have as fully as you'd like. You're getting to a place where you can have it more fully now, but this is the yearning because of the work, because of the requirement of the work. You weren't always able to be at home on the home front when you needed to. The work thing is part of your contract somehow, and it's there for purpose. It's not just about you and your purpose. There's a fulfillment of purpose in doing what you're doing. This will carry over probably in almost every lifetime, one way or another. Oh gosh. All right. That's okay. In case you wonder why I'm saying that. Story repeats itself. That's what we got for you. That's complete, honey. Yeah, that's what it's about. That's what you were doing. And that it spans and it spans and it spans. Your written words, your ability to write, your ability to think clearly, think through things, to share knowledge, to impart wisdom.
But
You're
always,
hardwired to do that shit.
always yes.
Yep, that's what I got for you. Holy moly. That's what I got. I want to get further and go nosier, and it's like, no. This is what needs to be understood. This is a gift, not a curse. It's like you would have had a book in you before books were made. You know, they say, oh, you've got a book in you. You should write a book. You always have a book in you. Always. Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. The old wise man. You have this. And it gives you a headache. Like, oh, fuck. Yeah. This is how it is. You write on the staffs. You write things of health. You share your knowledge in a written form. Multiple people, because you can write the information down in a way they can retain, or share even how to read and they can retain. It's what you did, man.
It does.
Yeah, that's what I've got for you. Holy cow. Wow. Yeah. I did not expect that. I never expect what I'm getting with this. It's like, what? Okay. Yeah. I hardly ever get the, oh, this was the gushy romance. What? I want the gushy romance, or I want the one, oh, you were fucking Cleopatra. I haven't got that one yet.